There is a little-known crisis that has affected millions of Americans and quite possibly the world. The shortage of chocolate. How did this happen? To find out, let's see how chocolate became what it is today and where our love for chocolate came from. The origins of chocolate goes all the way back to the years 1500 BC to about 400 BC. If you couldn't already guess, this was the time when the Olmecs were around, making them not only the oldest known civilization of the Americas, but also the first users of cocoa. Recent linguistic findings suggest that the word cocoa is derived from the word cacao and Mixaqueen, which was believed to be the tribe's first language. Nearly 2,000 years later, in the winter of 1667 to 1668, Massachusetts-based minister John Hall noted in his diary that the loss of our ship Providence cast away on the French shore, carrying cocoa. Along with coffee and tea, chocolate was a common drink during that time period. Nearly a century later, in 1765, John Hannon, with physicist and Dr. James Baker, founded Walter Baker & Co., making it the oldest chocolate factory in the United States. The company was established when the two met on the banks of the Nipissing River. John Hannon had very little money, but was a skilled chocolate maker, a skill that he learned while in England, which was at the time exclusive in Europe. With the help of Baker, Hannon was able to set up a business where he produced Hannon's best chocolate for 15 years. In 1780, his wife sold the company to Dr. Baker, who changed the name to Baker Chocolate Company, which is now owned by Mondelez, which is located in Deerfield, Illinois. Now, remember that name because it will show up later. Today, U.S. consumers eat about 2.8 billion pounds of chocolate annually. That's 11 pounds per person each year. That's nearly half of the world's chocolate supply. The U.S. also produces more chocolate than any other country in the world. The Swiss consume the most, followed closely behind the UK. In general, consumers spend more than $7 billion a year on chocolate worldwide. American chocolate manufacturers alone use about 1.5 billion pounds of milk, only surpassed by the cheese and ice cream industries. So what's the problem? Well, the world's supply of chocolate is slowly running out due to climate change, which threatens to shrink rainforests around the equator where the cocoa trees make chocolate thrive. According to the NOAA, by 2050, rising temperatures will push the suitable cocoa cultivation areas uphill. Climate change isn't the only problem, though. Higher costs would affect the chocolate makers like Mars and Hershey. It would also affect the farmers who farm cocoa for a living. Cocoa butter and powder on the stock exchange as a soft commodity and could end up not being economically viable, which could close factories that make the product, putting people out of work in the process. This would be a sad day for both chocolate makers and lovers. So what are the solutions to this pending national crisis? Reacting to the chocolate shortage, Mondelez International Incorporated began a program back in 2012 that helped farmers in 6 cocoa-growing countries to grow more efficiently. Mondelez stated that has been successful in increasing yields, with Ghana farmers participating in its program yielding 15% more than non-participants. The company said that draws 43% of its cocoa from farmers in the program and hopes to source 100% of its needs from participants by the year 2025. Similarly, Mars Incorporated, the maker of M&Ms and Snickers, revealed an identical program last year. The Hershey Company has said it would invest $500 million in cocoa growers through 2030. Hershey said its program offers training and resources to growers to safeguard the world cocoa supply. Jeff Beckman, the director of corporate communications at Hershey, says that the company recognizes the potential risks of crop disease, decreasing yield, and climate change. Alternatives to chocolate include chocolate bounty balls, which contains condensed milk and coconut, unbarred chocolate bars, and Buja Buja chocolate ice cream, which are vegan-based chocolate, just to name a few. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna keep on eating these delicious chocolate bars. All right. Oh. Yum. This is great.